Hi, I don't feel like showing my face today. I'm gonna make these two skirts. Let's start with the pink one. Here I illustrated what I'm gonna cut, what the pieces, what it's gonna look like, everything. I would suggest to you, if you would like some more coverage, make those pieces that I labeled left and right bigger and make them maybe a little longer in the front. Then you will have more coverage. Anyway, I proceeded by cutting out all the pieces and sewing the sides up. Then I also cut out this long waistband that I'm gonna sew right sides together to the skirt. And at first, before I do that, I'm gonna hem all around the bottom and the sides of the skirt. And then I attached the waistband. I used mostly a zigzag stitch because this is stretchy and that will just work better with the stretch. I also inserted the waistband, the waist tie for the other side on the side seam because I do think that looks pretty cute. The bow sits like a little lower on your hip and that makes your waist look pretty cute. So I'm down for that. So I added that. Oh, I also added this snap button to make it as secure as possible. Yeah, and there we go. I would say it's perfect for summer. It totally gives me island girl vibes, if that's a thing. Yeah, looks pretty cute. The slit is pretty big, but we take it. We move on. This next one is made out of a blue non-stretchy cotton, and I recorded the voiceover quite a while ago, so please forgive me for being, quirky, whatever. So I started out with this not really big piece of fabric, but it worked out, and this lovely sketch of what I needed to cut. Here it is more clearly, and there are also my measurements, in case you want to judge me. And here it is, how it's supposed to come together. So I've cut all the pieces out, and I'm pointing at them. Firstly, I'm sewing together the thin straps to make a really long strap, only to then cut it in half again later. I continued to fold in both sides and then fold it in half again, and then I ironed it well. Then I sewed it shut. For the waistband, which I forgot to film, I folded it in half and then I folded it in the edges, like I tried to illustrate here. I proceeded to cut the lovely strap I made in half and pin it to either side of the waistband. And I sewed it all together. Then I flipped it very elegantly with one hand. There, that's how it's supposed to look. To make the ruffles, I sewed together some long pieces of fabric and finished the raw edge. I hemmed one side with a rolled hem before making the ruffles to save me some nerves. Then I sewed along the unfinished edge with a long straight stitch to gather the ruffles. Whee! To gather it, I grabbed one of the threads and pushed the fabric backwards. I did that all along the strip. I also rounded out one edge of my skirt piece and then I pinned the ruffles to the skirt. I tried to make them as even as possible. Then I made sure to catch both layers while sewing on the ruffle. I also finished that raw edge with a zigzag stitch. Lastly, I had to gather the skirt piece so it will fit my waistband. Same as before. Stop. Make sure you hem the raw side before you gather the skirt. Then I pinned it again and carefully sewed it together, making sure all the layers are secure. I also made this perfectly raggedy buttonhole to pull the strap through when it wraps around. And here it is, my new ruffly summer skirt. Even though I made both of these quite a while ago, I still think they're worth sharing, so I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye!